Hey everyone, Calum here with a quick video on what must be one of the most unusual vehicles I have ever encountered. In the 1980s, the Soviet Tractor Research Institute started development on an experimental tractor that could operate in salt marshes and other areas of soft, boggy ground where traditionally tracked vehicles had seen the most success. The problem they faced, however, was getting large, wide, slow Caterpillar tractors along narrow back roads and into rural areas without towing them on trailers or ruining the roads with the tracks. The solution, apparently, was the bizarre TET-1000, which combined the roadworthy design of wheeled tractors alongside a set of insanely complex, removable, folding Caterpillar tracks, which were mounted onto the front and back of the vehicle. This meant that when driving on the road, the tracks could be folded up, the vehicle driven to its location, then redeployed, using a hydraulic system to raise the vehicle up on the tracks, where it could then operate as a relatively conventional Caterpillar tractor, albeit one that drove 90 degrees to its usual road setup. Some sources seem to indicate that the cab could rotate and the driver could change positions during operation, but looking at the photos of the cab, it looks relatively locked in place. And in one particular photo, you can see what looks to be two steering wheels. So it may have been that all the driver had to do was simply rotate their seat to whichever driving position and tractor setup was required. Weighing roughly 32 tonnes, the TET-1000 was powered by a 700 horsepower diesel engine and an electric transmission that would help the delivery of maximum traction at lower speeds. Apparently 25 of the vehicles were planned, but it seems only one ever made it off the production line and was transported to Kustanai in northern Kazakhstan for testing. Some limited testing and use and ploughing of fields and various things took place, but the subsequent collapse of the Soviet Union seems to have brought an end to this bizarre and unusual project. So yeah, the TET-1000, what a bizarre design, but it's also a great example of that just fabulous experimental time in the 20th century where there was so many developments and real dead ends when it came to the development of tanks and vehicle platforms and all that kind of stuff. But that's what makes it fun, and there's such a well of information out there if people are looking for it. If you are looking for really mad design, something that will make the TET-1000 look normal, look no further than Lucerno. R.G. Lucerno was an American businessman and inventor, owned a heavy plant industry that was named after him. And his most famous vehicle is quite well known, and I am making a video about it. But some of the other stuff that he made, my God, what do you want? A boat that has legs that can walk out of the water, a truck that will drive into the water to lift up a boat. How about just a vehicle with a huge gun on it? Yep, he really, truly had it all. Absolute fruitcake. But anyway, I actually found out about the TET-1000 because I was researching Caterpillars, the history of them, how they worked, all this kind of stuff, just because I need to understand more about my own digger. Found that. So yeah, odd. Not deserving of a full, huge video because there's so little information out there. Let's be honest, it was made, it was experimented with, it was sent out to Kazakhstan where it was tested, and then it was probably abandoned. There isn't really much more to go into detail about. And the source that I have is just one source, and there is nothing really else online apart from those maybe 4 or 5 photos. So really fascinating, really amazing subject, but just a little short video. So better go in before it starts raining too heavily. Ow! That was meant to be me signing off. Damn it.